We're going to do centers. So I need you to pay attention and to be paying attention to what we're going to do, because we're going to have you do something in your skinny book for one center. You're going to do something with a partner in another center, and then you're going to be working with me in your big book in the other center. Okay, so let's see. I've never used this before, so I don't know how to.
Which one, honey?
How to do the overhead? How to?
Oh, this for whiteboard, no? Or you want to put camera?
Yeah, camera.
Okay.
So,
I got it here.
you're going to go to your skinny book. You want to open to page 155. And we're going to do up to 158. So go ahead and just rip it out, because if you don't have them done, that's going to be homework. So rip it out, put your name on it, and be ready to go. It's 155, and on the back is 156. That's just the Spanish version in case your parents want to help. And then I can write it up on the board for you.
See if you can get it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not synoptic.
Did we rip
Ow. Let's see, we're only showing us.
Oh, man.
I'll write it on the whiteboard. It's fine. Okay, so you're going to have 155. So I have your paper, so you don't have to worry about that. Give us a second. Huh? Yeah, and 160, 157, and on the back is 158. Whatever you don't finish is going to be for homework. So I advise you that when you're in your independent center and you're doing this, Ms. Matos is going to be walking around. If you don't know what you're doing, ask questions now, because otherwise your homework is going to be very hard. So I'm on 155, and it says to write 3 times 3/4 as a product of a whole number in a unit fraction. Step 1, start at 0, draw jumps to find multiples of 3/4. Okay, so they want us to find multiples of 3. So can we all write our multiples of 3 up here with me? We can just say them all together. Ready? 3 times 1 is 3. Times 2 is 6. Times 3 is 9. Keep going. 12. 15. Okay, that's good enough. So they say that we start with the number line.
Gotcha.
I would have it over the overhead. The overhead's not working. Okay. Then they jump. Then they jump to 3/4 because that's the first multiple of 3. Then they jump to 6/4 because that's the second multiple of 3. And then they go all the way to 9. Why did they go to 9? Because it's the third multiple of 3. And the problem is 3 times 3/4. Okay? So that's one way to do it, which equals 9/4. Does anybody notice something about 9/4?
Yes.
Hands up.
Adrian?
It's a fraction greater than 1.
It's a fraction greater than 1. I like your language that you're using. It's a factorial. You're saying it's a fraction greater than 1. He notices that the 9 is bigger than the 4. So now, what does the 9 and the 4 equal? 9 over 4 equals. Jason?
9 equals 2 and 1/4, which is a unit. Which 1/4 is a unit fraction.
So we picked 4 as the denominator because we're working in 1/4 as a unit fraction. And can anybody explain why it's 2 and 1/4 and not just 1/4? Because he halfway explained it, but he didn't go like all the way above and beyond. Nevaeh?
Okay, if you subtract 1 from 9, it would equal 8. And how you get 8 is 2 times 4, which equals 8. And then we could put the leftover one as
Okay, so she's saying that there's 2 groups of 4 and 9. So if I had 9 items, I'm drawing 9 right now. And this is a review for a lot of us, remember? So if I have 9 items, I have 9 items on my board. How many groups of 4 can I make? Well, let's find out. 1, 2. Can I go for a third group?
No, because there's one left over.
No, that's how I got my 2. And I have 1, just like she said, left over. and we're working in unit fractions of
4.
4. Not just 4, because that's a whole number, but
1/4.
1/4. We're working in the unit fraction of 1/4. So that's how we got 2 and 1/4. Before we go on, does anybody have any questions?
No.
Don't say no. Just raise your hand if you have any questions. Jason.
Well, actually, the.
Is it a question?
Never mind.
Okay.
I was just looking at
Is anybody confused as to how we got this so far? Because you're going to do this in your independent center. Okay, so I'm going to clear this. And then they want us to show you in a different way. They say, step 2, write the multiplication step. Well, we did that. We said 3, I don't know how I just did that, 3 times, I don't know how I did that. Let me get bigger again. Let's try that again. 3 times 1/4, which we did, equals 9/4. Or it's 3/4, I'm sorry. Sorry guys. 3 3/4 is equal to 9/4. Okay? So what they did here was they put 3 over 1. Because if I took 3 groups of 3, that would be 3 times 3/4. And then they just went straight across. That's all they did. 3 times 3 is what?
9.
And 4 times 1 is what? 4. Okay, so if you don't like to jump count and do the number line, make sure that you have this in your notes. Make sure you have this written down that we create a fraction with it. 9/4 is equal to, it's equal to 9 times 1/4, okay? So that's what they want you to see. They want you to see that 9/4 is equal to 9 times 1/4, and it's equal to 3 times 3/4. We all get the same answer. Does anybody remember what property that is? If we do it different ways and still get the same answer? You know? Commutative. Anybody agree? Disagree? Wait, not yet.
I think it's distributed.
I think it's distributive because we're not distributing anything out. But it's not. Is it commutative? It's associative, isn't it?
It's commutative. No,
Well, what does commutative mean?
it means that you can only use commutative addition.
She picked on
I did. I pointed.
it. Okay, I
Yeah.
want to make sure.
You
Yeah.
can only use commutative in addition.
So you can only use commutative in addition. So what are we doing here? What's our math action?
Multiplying.
Multiplying. So it's not commutative. It's not distributive, which leaves us one more. Associative. Yeah. We're going to go over it in our centers, Hezekiah, so if you don't know it, that's fine. So I want us to go to page 157. We're moving along kind of fast because this is just what we're doing in our small groups, okay? 5/6. They want you to write it like this. 5. They want you to write it. 5/6 is equal to 5 times 1/6. Okay? And they want you to do that for numbers 1 through 9. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on that?
Why is 1/6?
No, ma'am.
How did she come up with 1/6?
How did I come up with 1/6? That's a good question. Lazaro?
is because if you multiply 5 and you don't change the 6, it'll give you 5/6.
Right. So he's saying that if I multiply, I put this over 1, because anything, if I put a whole number over 1, then it's equal to the whole number. It's the same thing. So I'm just making it look pretty. That's all I'm doing. So all he did was multiply 5 and 1 and got 5, and he 6 and 5 and got 6, and it's the same thing. Okay. 5/6 is equal to that. And then make sure that when you go down to number 12, it says, so far, Monica has read 5/6 of a book. She has read the same pages of books for 5 days. What fractions of the books does Monica read each day? Everybody point to number 12. Go to number 12.
Oh,
Go.
12.
Circle the numbers.
12. Go to number 12.
Yeah, because it's going to be homework if you don't finish it.
Point to number 12.
Point to number 12. Circle the numbers, which would be 5, 6, and 5 days. Yes. Okay, great. I like that you understand it. Sometimes multiplication is actually easier than addition and subtraction. I know we were having trouble with addition and subtraction. Some people just like to multiply better. Okay, yes. Good, you know the answer? This is good because this is their independent work. So let's listen. Everybody box the word of, please. Find of, and then put a big, huge box around it. Find the word of and put a box around it. Okay? Draw a line to the sides and put multiply.
Come here, baby.
Multiply. Or put a little X for multiply. Whatever you have to do. Remember that when we say of something, we're multiplying. It's our clue word. It's our math action word. Okay? So use that as your clue for these things. What are they asking us to do? When we're evaluating, we're trying to assess the problem of what they're asking us to do. This word of is going to tell you to multiply. So we need to remember that. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on this? The rest of it is just review. So you should be able to do it. Anybody have any questions? No. Okay. So when you are in your independent center, which is up here, we're going to congregate up here. And whatever you don't finish is going to be for homework. When you are in your other center, and let's put them on that side. You're going to sit somewhere on the floor, and you can work with partners. You're going to need your math notebook. What are you going to need?
Math notebook.
And a pencil. Okay. I have cards. Okay, each of you. You're going to write the card, and you're going to write the thing. If it has a picture, draw the picture. And you're going to solve either greater than, less than, or equal to. Some of them you have to convert. So if you have a 2 and 2/7, you have to make it a fraction greater than 1. And if you have a fraction greater than 1, like 13/6, you're going to make it into a mixed number. Okay? It is an improper fraction. You're going to make it a mixed number. Does anybody have any questions on that? I don't care if you work with a partner on this, but you need to be working. Ms. Montos is going to be making sure that you're going to be working. When you're with me, you're going to need your big book, your big math book. Those of you that are doing your homework now, instead of listening to my voice and paying attention, I really hope that you know what to bring to each center and you know what you're doing, because otherwise you'll be wasting valuable instructional time. So when you're with me, you're going to need your big book, your big Go Math book. Okay? And my center will be over there. Okay, so we need 3 groups. We need like Isaiah, who was in my group this week? Isaiah, Anderson, Adrian, and can we put Anna in that group? Anna and Tanaya? Okay, that will be group 1, and you guys will be starting with your independent work, your homework. Then you'll be going to the partner work, and then you'll be coming to me last.
If you are in group 1, hold up your finger 1.
Yeah, please.
If you're in group 1, hold up your finger 1. Excuse me. If you are in group 1, hold up your finger 1.
There, yeah. And then, so we got 5 people, perfect. And then for the first group that I want to be working with, I want to work with JJ, Nevaeh, Miguel, Zaire, and King. So if I said that, and everybody else, you're going to be starting with the partner work. So I didn't call you. So JJ, Miguel, Zaire. Yeah. Miguel, King, and Nevaeh. We'll do Nevaeh. That's fine. You can put the EC in that group because then I'll have Hezekiah, Jason, Gerard, Brennan, and it should be Indian Well. It's actually kind of perfect. You could be with group 3. Yeah. Group 3. Let us know.
You're 3?
Everyone,
You could be 2 or 3.
No.
Brennan, Jason.
Jason? Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let's reminders, okay? As your group 1, you're working on your homework, your independent work. Your group 2, you're grabbing the flashcards, you're working over, no wait, yeah, you're working with me if you're group 2. You're getting your big book and you're coming to me. If you're group 3, you're working on the flashcards and you're working with a partner, okay? Pick someone that you're going to be productive with. Flashcards, that's what you're doing, you're doing flashcards. Hey, you're not going to each other. Yeah. They're not doing Wait. Back there. We're all done. Even those on the back. Yep.
Excuse me.
Partner up. One person. Unless you don't want to work with someone else, you can do it. Back here, Michael.
Group 3, right here. Group 3.
In my group? No, we're not.
Group 3. These two together. These two together. You're with Marcos.
Can I borrow your big book?
Miss Marcos, we got the
Okay, so the Marcos side.
Thank you.
You need the timer?
Yes, 20 minutes would be nice. Okay, let me see what page. Can you get? Huh? Where are you at? What group? You're in my group. Perfect. You stay right there. Okay, let's see here. What page? We're on page 315, 316.
It takes What's up, This is only on me.
I know, it's fine. I'll change it in a second.
Thank you. Because it kind of makes me go.
I totally understand. Okay, 315, 316. Everybody have it?
Yes.
Okay. Mama probably. And what page again? 315, 316.
Why are the pages so heavy?
Okay, we're just working through this. I want to use choral reading when we do this, okay? So some of us used this in my center earlier, and some of us used this in my center earlier, and some of us didn't. But I'm gonna read, and then you guys are gonna repeat what I say. So it says here multiples of unit fractions, and you guys would say multiples of unit fractions, okay? 315, 316. Yep. Okay, so we're here unlocking the problem. At a pizza party. Each pizza was cut. In 6 equal slices. Does everybody look at the circle? Look at the pizza, okay? Do we see how they cut them? What unit fraction are we working with?
6.
Not just 6. What unit fraction? 6 is a whole number, right? We're asking for a fraction. What is it? This is a big misconception with us. Some of us understand this right away and some of us don't. JJ, can you come a little closer? Can you come right here so I can see you?
5, 6.
Not 5, 6. Unit fraction is Zaire's right. 1, 6. Okay? So, at the end of the party, there was 5/6 of the pizza left. Roberta put each of the leftover slices in its own freezer bag. How many bags
How many minutes
did she use?
did she use?
What part of the pizza
What part of the pizza
did she put in the bag?
did she put in the bag?
Oh, each bag.
In each bag.
Sorry. So circle the important numbers. What are the important numbers that they gave us here?
5, 6.
5, 6. Very important.
The cards are 5, 6.
JJ, what else is important? 1, 6 is important because we got to know how many 6 equals 6. How many, if we're in the unit fraction 1, 6, how many of those equal a whole? How many 1, 6s equal whole? Someone besides Nevaeh. I know Nevaeh knows this. Brennan, do you remember?
That's not very problem.
Oh, Jaden, I'm sorry.
One at a time.
How many 6s equal a whole? We're in the unit fraction 6. How many of them equal a whole? 6. You're exactly right. 6 equals a whole. Okay? So it says how many slices of pizza were eaten. Do you guys see that in the green box?
Yes.
How many? How many were eaten? We circled a number. What did we circle? What did we figure out, King?
We circled 5, 6.
5, 6, which means what? How many of those pizzas were eaten? 5, 6 is the clue. And how many did they? How many of this? They ate. How many? You said?
I said 1.
1. You're right. Yeah, they did eat 1.
1 unit.
At the end of the party, there was 5, 6 of the pizza left, which means they had 1 unit. And we can see that in the picture. Does everybody see that they ate 1 slice? It's very easy. What fraction of the pizza is 1 slice? JJ? 1 slice is what fraction? What unit fraction? Miguel?
1, 6.
1 6. Can you tell JJ why you picked 1 6?
Because on the example on the
Si continúas con la cadera, voy a llamar a Toma.
1 6 on each slice.
1 6 of each slice. Exactly. So he looked at the diagram. You could have also asked yourself, well, I'm in the unit fraction 6s, and I know that 1 6 is worth 1 piece, 2 6 is worth 2 pieces, 3 6 is worth 3 pieces, and so you could have thought logically like that. But he looked at the picture and he used his visuals, which was very good too. So the picture shows 5 6 or 1 6 size parts. Each 6 size part of the pizza can be shown by the unit fraction. What's the unit fraction?
1 6.
1 6. Make sure that you're answering the questions as we're going along. We have the answers.
1 6.
So, what do we notice? It says what can use unit fractions to show 5 6 in 2 ways. So we're going to show it in 2 ways. The first way, circle all the addition signs. It says 5 6 equals blank plus blank plus blank plus blank plus blank. Circle all those addition signs. What do we notice about that? What is that clue going to tell us? What are we going to predict we're doing in this? Zaire, what do you think we're doing?
I think we're adding how many slices of pizza are left.
And what do you think is going to be done with those, like with that addition? Like, you think we're adding? That's for sure. Are we going to be adding like 2 6 plus 26 plus 5 6? Are we going to adding all different things?
No, we're adding the same thing. It's only 1 6.
So you're going to be adding the same thing over and over and over and over and over again until we get to 5 6. Okay?
Repeated addition.
Thank you. I was hoping that we would come to that all on our own. It is very similar. Multiplication. Brandon, let's focus for a second. Or Jaden, I'm sorry. Let's focus for a second. Multiplication is what? Very similar to repeated addition.
It's just repeated addition in another form.
Some of us are very scared to be doing multiplication right now because we're like, wait a second, I just got a grasp on addition and subtraction and we're already doing multiplication. We already know how to multiply because if we don't know how to multiply, we can use repeated addition. Okay. If we don't know what 3 times 9 is, we can just add 3 9 times. Okay. Or we can add 9 3 times. All right. Either way will give us the right answer. So let's do that. How many times? Let's write 1 6. How many times to get to 5 6? Let's see it. I need to see it on your papers. We're adding and adding and adding and using that repeated addition. What fractions are we putting in there?
15.
King, can you please pick up your pencil and show me that you know what we're repeating? What fraction? What are we doing to get 5/6? How are we going to use repeated addition in order to get 5/6? Write it in your paper, baby.
No, move on. I'm dealing with them.
And how many times do we have to do that to get 5/6, JJ? 5 times. Okay. And then we can see that 5/6 is equal to what times 1/6? If I can use repeated, everybody, eyes up here for a second. Nevaeh, please stand up. If repeated addition, let's think about this. If repeated addition is the same as multiplication, what can I multiply 1/6 by to get 5/6? Only one person knows. Let's hold up our fingers. How many fingers should we hold up here?
That's the multiple, so that's not the multiple.
You say 5? You say 5. You say 5. You say 5. You say 10? No, you say you're going to change. Okay. Okay. And you're exactly right. We just use repeated addition. How many times did we repeat our addition? 5 times. So we can say that 5 times 1/6, because that's the unit fraction we're using, is 6. The number of addends, repeat, the number of addends or the multiplier represents the number of bags used. The number of bags used. The unit fractions represent the part of a pizza in each bag. So Roberta used blank bags. She put blank of, we gotta box up, we gotta figure that out. Of, that's a clue that we're doing what? We're multiplying here. Of a pizza in each bag. I love that King just put an arrow. He boxed the word of and he put an arrow and said multiplication and X'd it out. Good job. Because he said, wait a second, that's a clue. Ms. Schmidt told me before we went to the center that of means to multiply. That's like really thinking ahead, applying what I had just taught you in 30 seconds and putting it here into our center.
I put it like a little, like, multiple.
Good. That's a great way. Whatever it is, you're taking your own notes. So whatever it is, the way that you have to do it. So let's finish this sentence. What numbers did we put in each box? So we started with, so we're talking about bags. How many bags? 5. And how many put blank of a pizza in each bag?
6.
The first number
6? So she has 5 bags and she put 6 in each bag? 1/6. What is that? Why would I not say 6?
Because
I want you to, no, think time. Let's think for 30 seconds. 10 seconds maybe. And I want someone over here, one of you three, Zaire, King, or Jaden, or Jaden, to tell me, why did we say 1/6? How come we didn't say 6? How come we didn't say 6? Because so many of us are saying, well, we're in unit fraction 6, Ms. Schmidt. We're in unit fractions 12, Ms. Schmidt. Why? Why are we saying 1/6 and not 6? What is the difference? What is the difference, Jaden? Mm-hmm. No. Zaire? Listen up, Jaden.
It's just you can't say 6 because the denominator just stays the same, but you need the numerator of 1/6. Because if you just say 6, it's gonna say more than just a whole pizza.
Right. So 1/6 is how much of a pizza?
If you just said 6 alone, the pizza would be more larger.
It would be larger. If I said 6, I would have 6 pizzas. Everybody in my group would get their own pizza.
wouldn't that be a whole pizza? Yeah, that'd be a whole.
No.
That's 8 slices in a pizza.
If I have 6 whole pizzas, I have 6 pizzas. Everybody gets a pizza. Everybody gets their own individual pizza. Everybody gets a large pizza. But then if I have 1/6 of a pizza, how much does everybody get?
Each slice. One slice.
And how many pizzas do I have altogether?
6. No. 1. 1 whole.
Do we notice that? So if I have 6 kids in my group right now, if everybody gets 6 pizzas, that's the whole number 6. It's like saying 6. I got 6 pizzas. I have just the number 6. But then if I say 1/6, everybody gets one pizza? No. 1/6 is what? Everybody gets what?
Of the pizza.
One part of the pizza. And how many pizzas do I have? One pizza. And how many pieces are in that pizza?
6.
Does everybody understand the difference?
Yeah.
Your words, like Miss Matos is always saying, your words matter. They make a big difference. This is what. Explain how you can write 3/2 as the product. Box the word product. Okay, we're at explain. Everybody say it. Explain. How you can write 3/2 as the product of a whole number and a unit fraction. Okay, so explain. Box the word product. We just read it, didn't we? Product. Product. Nevaeh, I need you to box the word product. Anybody know what that is?
You gotta have the one. Where's the one?
You're right on it. I think you know. Say that so loud. Say it louder.
It is an answer for a multiplication equation.
It is an answer to a multiplication problem. So we should put answer on the side because a lot of us don't know. It's like a sum, but the sum is an answer to an addition. So difference is the answer to a subtraction. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Okay, answer, and then we should put like a multiplication sign next to it so we can remember. And unit fractions. So take a second now. I'm going to give a minute, and I'm going to walk around and check on another group. And you're going to use your words and explain to me in a sentence how you got the product of a whole. How you can write 3/4 as a product of a whole number and a unit fraction.
I have an example.
Explain how you would get that. And you can use your example in your explanation if you want. But they want you to be able to say it in words. Because when you can say it in words and you can write it down, that is higher order thinking. That's saying I really understand what you're saying, Miss Schmidt. I really understand what you had just taught me. Well, let's think about this. We only have one person here writing. 3/2. What is the whole number?
The fraction over 1.
The fraction greater than 1. But they're saying that we need to break it apart. We need to make it a whole number plus a fraction, or times a fraction. So what's our whole number? We're going to make it 1.
So then 1.
Look at this. Look at our paper right here. We did 5, 6. 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. Then we broke it apart and we put what? 5 times 1/6. Okay? How did we get that? Can you explain that in words?
Multiply 5.
Oh, you gotta work on that one. Let's see.
5/1, you got 5, 6. Or I added 1/6 5 times. Whichever one makes it apart. So we need to start by saying what 3/2 equals. What's our whole number? Guys, what's our whole number for 3/2?
Wait, no.
3/2
We could do
is 1, 2, and that's a whole.
And that's the whole.
Like it's 1, 2. Wait, 2 and.
Wait, I'm not gonna say 2. It's 1.
So he says 2 and 1/2. That's 2 and 1/2. That's 2 2s. That's 1.
Yeah.
That's not the product that we want. We want 3/2. Nevaeh, can you explain to us what you did?
Okay. I
Listen up, guys, because none of us had the right answer.
I resisted making it 1 over 1. It's basically a half of it, so you can use different equivalents. I just used the regular product. So I put the whole number would be 1, subtraction would be 1.
What is subtraction?
I actually used I actually regrouped the 3 into a number.
Yes.
And then I used the leftover 1 and put it on the numerator.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Did everybody hear that?
Yeah. But no, I didn't hear.
I know, because it's so loud over there.
Do you want me to repeat myself?
No, I'm going to repeat it because we only have 2 minutes left with each other. She took 3, the numerator, and made that her whole number. Then she multiplied it by 1.
Is that what the number was? 1/4?
No, then she multiplied it by 1/2. So 3 over 1 times 1 over 2, and then she multiplied it straight across and got her answer, which is 3 over 2. Okay? We're going to practice with this. Flip it over.
Yay!
The multiples of a product. Okay? We all need to pay attention to this. 1 times 1/4. Everybody repeat. 1 times 1/4 is 1/4.
Is 1/4.
Use models to write the next 4 multiples
Use models to
Alright, come here, mister.
of 1/4.
of 1/4.
Complete the last model.
Complete the last model.
Tell me their multiple.
Okay, so they use repeated addition here. Did you everybody see what they shared? And they made that a whole number. Then they took and then figured out what unit fraction they are. And their unit fraction is 1/4. Okay, you guys are going to get more practice with this in your next center, but that's what you're doing. You're breaking it apart. I suggest you ask Nevaeh and JJ and Miguel. You 3 should pair up and work with each other on the next one, huh? You want a hug?
That was easier than I thought.
Don't be on camera then, go away.
I don't know how to hide.
You don't know how to hide?
Grab your stuff and go to
1
the
is going to go to
I'll hide you.
3.
You're not in
And
anymore.
3 is going to go to 1. What did you do? I don't know.
Okay, I'm missing my group. I'm looking for Hezekiah. I'm looking for, who was with Hezekiah?
Group 3 is going to Smith. Goodbye, 3. Group 3 is going to Smith.
If you were just at the cards, you're coming to me.
Group 2 is going to homework, which is 1. And group 1 is going to 3.
I'm at the page.
So group 3, let's go. You're up here.
1 goes to 2. 2 goes to 3.
Who are we missing?
Hezekiah, Jason,
Okay, if you're in my group, we got things to do, and I gotta get started because I only have so much time.
All right.
I need your big book, baby. Big book with a pencil.
Which way are we going?
Big book. I need you to have your big book, your pencil.
We're going to do 1, which is homework.
Oh,
Group 3 is going to 1, which is
Me.
going to 2, which is 6.
Just say this.
3:15. Okay. All right, now listen. So, you need your big book, Hezekiah. 3:15.
Let's go, group one. Open the door.
Don't worry about it.
From the book.
Okay. 3:15.
Hezekiah, you're supposed to be over there.
Just to see it from your.
Let's see what we notice.
Big crack, big crack.
Let's see what we notice. We're going to do the core reading. If you were in my group earlier, you might have used it, you might have not. I'll say a sentence, and then you repeat the sentence. So I say, at a pizza party, you say,
At a pizza party.
each pizza
Each pizza
was cut in 6 equal slices.
was cut in each equal slices.
At the end of the party,
At the end of the party,
there was 5/6
there was 5/6
of a pizza left.
of a pizza left.
That's a number. We need to circle the number. Circle. What other number did they give us?
6.
6. Good. Roberta
Roberta
put each of the leftover slices
put each of the leftover slices
in its own freezer bag.
in its own freezer bag.
How many bags
How many bags
did she use?
did she use?
That's a question. Underline it. What part of a pizza
What part of a pizza
did she put
did she put
in each bag?
in each bag?
That's another question. Good job, Jason, for noticing that.
I already underlined.
So we should have two underlined sentences that tell us which of these is a math action word. Let's think of that. What is our math action word? What is it trying to tell us to do? What are they asking us to do?
You're asking us to solve it and to tell them.
How are we going to solve it?
You have to. I'm pretty sure you might have to.
Give us more clues. We're very careful.
What do you think, Lazara? You think you're going to ask? What words tell you to add in
Oh my God!
what?
Each bag.
Each bag? Each bag?
It said in its own. That means.
Gerard?
What part of each
In each bag. Everybody, this is a big misconception. Remember what I talked about before we came to the center of the word of?
Yes, you said boxes.
What did I say about the word of?
It means multiply. It means multiply.
It means multiply. So what should we do here?
Multiply.
Yeah. So we need to box the word of because that is like the most important thing. Of. When we're talking of something, we're talking to multiply. When we multiply though, can we use addition?
Yes.
How?
Because you could just do repeated addition.
You could do repeated addition. So you're not wrong by saying that we can add, but it would be better to just multiply. Okay? Okay, so write 5/6.
Right, 5/6.
Write 5/6
Right, 5/6.
as the product
And the product
of a whole
of the whole
number
number
and a
and a
unit fraction.
unit fraction.
Okay, what are some numbers here? They're asking us to do something. What's important number here?
5/6.
5/6. Product. What does that even mean?
A product is like a product is something that you use.
Yeah, you could use a product, but we're talking math. What do we do in math, Jordan?
Product is a number plus a number.
That's a sum. If you're adding and getting to another number, it's a sum. What's a product? What are we doing here? Let's think about that.
Oh, I think. Wait.
Hezekiah?
We're ready.
Okay, Jason?
It's like I think a product is when you multiply two numbers to get a
Everybody listening to him.
answer.
You multiply two numbers to get the answer, and the answer is called the product. We just figured it out. So put circle product, and we're going to put multiplication answer at the top. You can do an X for multiply. Well, please get out your pencil. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Focus, focus, focus.
There, you got it.
There's that word again.
All right, now you
There's that word again. Multiply. Of a whole number and a unit fraction. The picture shows. The picture shows. 5, 6. Or blank 6 size parts. What should we put there? 6. Yes. Because there's 6 of them. Or 5. Oh, no, wait, it's 5. What did he say? 6. There's only 5 pieces there. I thought there were 6, but there's only 5. Each 6 size part of the pizza can be shown by the unit fraction 1/6. Well, I hope you know the answers. What is the unit fraction? What do I mean by unit fraction? What does that mean? Someone besides Jason. I want someone besides Jason. I already know that you know. Fraction. Go ahead, you know.
A unit fraction is 1 over something plus 1 over something plus 1 over something. A unit.
1 over something. So I could put like 1 over dogs, 1 over rainbows, 1 over cupcakes.
No, 1 over another number.
1 over another fraction.
The number that you start with.
The number that you start with.
The denominator.
The denominator. What does the denominator tell you?
The denominator
Oh, how much is in the whole? So when I'm thinking of unit fractions, I'm thinking of one piece of the whole thing. Okay? And in this case, the unit fraction is 1/6. You can use unit fractions to show 5, 6 in 2 ways. Oh, let's predict here. Let's predict. Brandon, let's circle all these pluses, all these addition signs. We don't say pluses, I said that. Hezekiah, why aren't you circling? Come on, let's circle all the addition signs, please. All the addition signs. Hezekiah, I need you to circle all the addition signs. Can you help him, please? Right. Get his attention. Okay, I see some of us have filled it. Brennan, what do you think we're going to put in each blank space?
Oh, plus 1/6 fraction.
Thanks, Brennan.
No way.
Brennan, what do you think we're going to put in each space?
They earn more money than other ones.
Who can help him out? Brennan, pick someone to help you out. 1/6. Why did you pick 1/6? Perfect. So what do we call that when you say the same thing? 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. You know, what do we call that? What do you call that? 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. What? Nope. Gerard? Repeat. Repeated addition is the same as.
Repeated addition is the same as multiplication.
Same as multiplication. So what if you say, Miss Schmidt, you want me to multiply these fractions, but I don't know my multiplication tables.
Repeated addition.
What do you think I'm going to say? Jason's the only one that knows. You know. Use repeated addition. It's another skill. It's another tool. Okay? You don't always have to multiply. If I don't know what 12 times 2 is, guess what? I'm going to add 12 2 times.
If you have to multiply 1,
then
You have to multiply 1, 6, 5 times. What did you just call me? 5, 6.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do this apart. Now listen, remember my review. Guys, remember what we did. So we say 5 over 6. You say 5 over 6 is equal to, we're going to break it apart. How many holes? And what's our unit fraction? That's going to be our answer right here. Let's see. So they gave us our unit fraction. They said times our unit fraction, which is 1/6. So what are we going to do? We're going to break it apart. We used 1/6. What do we need to multiply it by?
The whole.
What's the whole?
6.
Nope.
6.
Nope. Use it. We already did it with repeated addition. 5 times. So it's 5 times 1/6. You guys got some blank spaces to fill in. Go ahead.
This is the one.
The number of addends. The number of addends or the multiplier. The number of addends or the multiplier represents the number of bags used. Well, let's count them. In repeated addition, how many bags did we use? 5. You used 5. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when we the multiplier, what did we multiply it by? Look at your paper. You multiplied it by 6.
5. We multiplied it by 1/6.
We multiplied it by its numerator. We made that the whole number, which is what? No, that's a unit fraction. No, we used 5, guys. Yeah, I think you wrote down the wrong number, guys. We talked about this. 5 times 1/6. Let's go back. Let's think about this. It's 5 times 1/6. Put 5 over 1 to the side of that.
5 over 1.
Yeah, put 5 over 1. 5 to the side, please.
That's a fraction. Where
5 over 1. What is 5 over 1 equal to?
5 over 1 equals to 5 holes.
5 holes. Multiply times
Multiply
times our unit fraction, which is
1/6.
1/6. Multiply that straight across. Go straight across. Circle your numerators. Multiply those straight across. Circle your denominators. Multiply those straight across. Tell me what your answer is, please. I want to hear from you, Manuel.
You can not stay in the box, and you're working on both sides.
Oh, my answer is 5 and 1/6. I mean 5 and 1/6.
Nope.
6. I don't know.
Oh, I know. I don't want to be on
What did you do with the 9?
5 over 1. Now put times
What did you do there?
next to the 5 over 1. 1/6. Multiply straight across. What we just did there, 5 over 1 times 1/6, and 5 times 1/6, it's the same thing.
It's basically saying 5.
We could put any number over 1, and it still is the whole number. It doesn't change. So how many bags did we use when we multiplied? We used 5/6 of a pizza. When we talk about 5, 6, 1/6, we're talking about a pizza.
5 bags.
5 bags. And we multiplied it by how many? 1/6 for each pizza. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's keep going.
I thought you were talking about the pizza. I didn't know.
The 1/6 is the pizza, because each bag gets 1 pizza. When we say each, that means each. Each means 1. Okay. So that's kind of where we get confused. Plus, it's a little loud in here, so it's hard to stay focused. You got to go ask Miss Montrose that.
Are we going to 3?
So Roberto used blank bags. How many bags did she use, guys? 5 bags. She used 5 bags. And let's think about this logically. How many pieces are there left over?
Oh,
She, yeah, no, left over.
One sheet.
No, she ate one pizza. Look at the picture. How many pieces are left over? 5, 6. She ate one piece of pizza and she says, I want to save the rest. It's going to be my lunch for the rest of the week. I'm going to have a nice, wonderful pizza for lunch. And she needed to put them out. I have 5 days in the week. I have 5 pizzas. How many bags did we use? 5. That's exactly what she said. So if we can't think of it in multiplication, ask yourself, did that make sense? Did it make sense for that? Yeah, it did make sense.
Pieces are less than you can fit them.
She put blank of a pizza in each bag.
She put 1/6 of a pizza.
Thank you. She put 1/6 of the pizza in the bag, which is 1 piece. 1/6 is the same as saying 1 piece. But in math, we say 1/6 because we use fractions because we're 4th graders, and that's what 4th graders do. Explain how you can write 3/2 as the product of a whole number and a unit fraction. So let's think about this. 3/2. Everybody write it to the side. We're down here where it says explain. 3/2. Write it. 3/2. What's our unit fraction? 1/2, which is 1/2. So I know I'm going to be multiplying something by 1/2. Oh, yeah.
We're going to be multiplying 1/2 times 3.
Yes. What did you get?
I got 1 and 1/7.
Nope. Lazaro.
Oh my God.
How did you write that as Lazaro?
I'm sorry.
He wrote it as 3 times 1/2. I said we're going to be multiplying something by 1/2 because our unit fraction is 1/2, right? Or 1/2. What other number do we have? We have 3. 3 is the only one that we have left. We have to use it. We have to use 3. 3 times 1/2, which gives us what? What's 3 times 1/2?
3 times 1/2
It's 3 too. They want you to explain in words how you got that answer. And it's a fraction greater than 1. Is that what you did? You switched it to a other fraction, 1 and 1/2. So you did do it right. I'm sorry, I just didn't realize it because you went a step ahead of what I was thinking. So they want you to use your words to explain how you got that answer. I'm gonna stop it anyways. You want to post or delete this video? Post it. Do you mind?
Are you done with the card? Okay, I have a challenge for you two.
Oh, yes.
For the 3 of you.
Oh, yes.
Put the cards